5 shocking facts about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. The reason Hollywood headlines are flooded with the massive success Black Panther Wakanda Forever is bringing to the box office. In the sequel of the previous Black Panther movie, the people of Wakanda are found grieving over the loss of their king, T'Challa, played by Chadwick Boseman. With the absence of their powerful reigning king, the movie portrays how difficult it is for the Queen, the Duke, and the other officials to protect their nations from intervening powers. The movie creates an interesting storyline of one after other following incidents shot upon the remaining royal tribe of Wakanda, while the second part of Black Panther has an amazing set of realistic actors like Angela Bassett and Letitia Wright. There are several underlying facts we bet you didn't know about the movie as well. So, without any further ado, let's dig into the best kept behind the screen secrets that would change your entire perspective about the movie once again. The story was revised after Boseman's passing away. Although the makers of the movie have not been quite discreet about this fact, you would be intrigued to know that Black Panther Wakanda Forever's storyline was altered completely after the lead actor died. It's been about a year since Chadwick Boseman left this world due to an underlying colon cancer health emergency. The previous movie was successful in bagging an Oscar, all thanks to Boseman's breathtaking performance. The makers of the movie knew exactly that changing the lead cast, especially the lead actor, would obviously not sit right with the audience. Hence, to honor the evergreen Black Panther performance played by Chadwick, the makers decided to kill the king's role even in real life. And the more interesting part is that before Chadwick died, the men had already filmed over a year for the sequel with a storyline that had T'Challa alive in it. Must be a tough day at work for the makers, isn't it? There was a reason behind the actors' terrific performances. Well, if you have already watched the movie, then it would be easily understandable to you how terrific performers the entire star cast is. If you haven't watched it yet, then we bet you already knew the movie would not be compromised, at least in the acting department, isn't it? There's a reason behind it. The actors were successful in channeling their own grievances into each of their performances, which helped bring out the character in the true sense. The Princess of Wakanda, Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, was shown grieving the loss of her brother. In real life as well, she and Chadwick were really close friends. While delivering dialogues about losing the T'Challa, Shuri spoke as if she were talking about Boseman in reality. It was a similar case with Young-oh as well. While Shuri was a little more on the angry and aggressive side, Young-oh, on the other hand, was in a state of complete disbelief. The extent to which Boseman co-actors were affected after his death truly shows how much he was loved by the people around him. Namor is actually a god. If you have watched the movie already, then you may know that Namor is the biggest threat to the people of Wakanda. The royal family did not want anyone other than Namor to stay aloof when it came to the protections of their nation. But not a lot of people know that Namor was actually a god to his people. In the local language, people around him referred to him as Kukulkan. It must have been difficult interpreting that one, so a lot of people understood it as some sort of king or general. But in reality, the word means the serpent god. Right after the Wakandans exposed the worlds to the strongest metal known to mankind, vibranium, they attracted lots of enemies, including Namor himself. The man just wants to destroy anyone who comes his way. But Ryan found a way to make him act like a human because humans want to possess power, not God. Hence, this could be a possible explanation why he used grenades and armed weapons, not his phoenix, for powers to flood the entire land of Wakanda. Shuri's new friend. Letitia Wright is a very private person when it comes to press conferences. She hardly talks about her acquaintances and her relationship with the entire cast, but as it turns out, Riri Williams, played by Dominic Thorne, was the first one who made the real-life Shuri feels at home. Riri plays the role of a brilliant inventor and student at MIT. In an interview, Wright complimented Dominique on her terrific debut performance and said that she was an excellent black addition to the cast who is portrayed as an intelligent scholar, not just an eye candy. She even said that she felt a cool connections between the two. Female-centered movie. Ultimately, even after changing the storyline twice, the Wakanda Forever movie turned out to be a female-centric film. The makers of the movie revealed that they did not do something forcefully just to make the movie fit into today's standards. Everybody knew if Boseman had been alive, then it would still have been a male-centric movie. but they just played along with real emotions, taking the movie forward with people who genuinely felt the grief. In the Wakanda Palace, the people who were extremely close to T'Challa were mostly females, like his sister and the Dukes. This is the reason why it went on a smooth ride, putting Shuri, Nakia, and Ramonda. The makers even confess that if these particular characters were not highlighted, then it would have been really unfair to the storyline itself. So, and if you liked the video, then hit the subscribe button for future updates.